Yes.
You'll have something posted for Calgary Lawn, and
Yeah.
it's on Facebook.
This is
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go test it.
It's on now, Mike. Take a look quick. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the final game will be starting very soon. And the trial ball is starting now. In the final game, we have Pepper and Jonathan MacDonald. Can anyone hear me? How's the sound? We need Derek Dillons here.
He told me to come and
We need a chatterbox here.
I just talked to him.
You talked to him. Is it coming?
Kevin's pretty good commentator.
Oh, I've never done it before.
Well, welcome to Calgary Lawn, everybody. And the other game we'll be playing bronze. We have Greg Wilson and Justin.
Justin's right.
Welcome to the Calgary Lawn Bowling Club live stream of the Bowls Alberta 2019 men singles gold between Pete Berg and John. Decide to mute your sound right now if you don't like my comment. I wouldn't blame you for that at all. This is my very first time trying to do something like this. My name is Mike O'Reilly. I am the president of the Calgary Lawn Bowling Club. Welcome each and every one of you to our club one day in the future to private greens. We're very proud of them. This is our 4th season here. Our club's been in existence since 1993, and it's moved into our neighborhood here in Cliff, Calgary, Alberta. And we are very proud of the specialty turf team has worked on getting these greens and greens are we probably hear in the background. It's gusting today, which is making it very, very challenging for the players. I can tell you that for sure. But they're bowling at good speed. We had lots of running, and the guys are rolling some great bowls. I think it's quite fitting today that Pat Burke and John MacDonald are playing together as they won the gold medal match at the Nationals as pairs representing Calgary and Alberta last year. It was fantastic to see them, and both have been playing absolutely spectacular bowls this weekend. John came off a great win against Greg Wilson just moments ago. He opened it up to a great lead. It was a very competitive match all the way through. Over on the other rink, it's Justin Dusablon going up against Greg Wilson. Justin is a new member to our club here, and he's looking forward to trying to win bronze. Now underway. Okay, Peter's telling me. Okay, trying to protect the win. Thanks, guys, for letting me know that. The position of the bowl, shot, things like that. But we thank Peter Watt for rigging this up for us. We hope we'll be able to do this many times in the future. Love your feedback on it. Please let us know on our Facebook page if this is something you'd enjoy and like to see us do more often. And we thank Pauline Wong for being the marker in this game today. She's been out in the sun all day long, but it's the first sun we've seen in a few days, so we're very happy that we've got great conditions like this today. We're underway now. Pat's first up on the mat here. He's got his Broad Beach Bowls shirt on, which has been bringing him some good luck here. Let's see how he starts off in his first bowl. He's got good line on it. A little longer than he'd like, but that's okay. Good opening bowl. He's found his line already. He'll be happy with that. John taking the side hand. Coming in. A little long as well. The wind may be a little bit of a factor here, but there. See if Pat made a good adjustment on the length. He's coming in. I think he's going to like the length. Yeah. Just a couple inches short of the jack. He's happy with that. Let's see if John can make a similar adjustment. It looks a little wider to me, but it's coming in nice. There we go. Nice bowl. Both about jack high. So these guys are bowling north-south right now, and the wind, I think, is kind of coming in from the south, and it's gusting. So it can be cross, it can be right in your face. It's going to make it very challenging for this game. This is Pat's third bowl coming in. Oh, I thought it was a toucher. It just went by. It's probably about 2.5 feet past. done, nicely done. About 6 inches in front of the jack. Pat's trying the backhand here. He's having to make a different move. Let's see. Great line, just a little bit short. John's final bowl for the end. Here it comes. Oh, he's got his line figured out here early. He'll like that. A little bit shorter than he would like, but still, fine effort for the first end. Two for sure for John. Settling at 2. I'll keep you up to date with the score at the next rink as well between Greg Wilson and Justin Dusablon for the bronze. Looks like Justin picked up 2 in the first end. A little technical difficulty there. We're just learning. Bear with us. John's lead bowl coming out here. Jack is on the tee at the 2-meter mark. Bowl hung out a little bit more than he would have liked. See if he makes the adjustment on the next shot. Delivers his first bowl. Cross the line a little bit. Both will have to adjust their lines a bit from the first end. And if anyone has any complaints on the commentary today, please send your emails to Derek Dillon, who I offered to have him be our guest commentator, and he was unable to do it. John just put a beautiful bowl right on the jack there. Probably slipped by about 2 or 3 inches. Pat's coming in on his shot. See how he adjusted from the first one. Oh, and he's made a beautiful adjustment as well. Just slides a little inside. John's holding 1. John's next bowl. Looks a little strong. The wind is coming to their back, so they're having to adjust for that wind, and I think that one just got away from them just a little bit. Here comes Pat's next bowl, his 3rd shot. Oh, it's got some good energy here. Oh, again, just slides through. So close. Greg running into the rink beside us. He's trying to check on his line. He's holding 1 on that side. Comes John's 3rd final bowl. See if he adjusts. He's on the jack. Oh, unfortunately, that has moved it, I think, just to make Pat Bird's shot. Okay. John's bowls, the one on the right is jack high, the one on the left is just in front, so Pat may look to play off of that and see if he can make it 2. Unfortunate luck for John on that. Pat's bowl is coming in. He's got the energy for it. Just a little offline. Oh, he almost returned the favor. but it looks to me like it's still one for Pat. Over on the other rink, it looks like Justin is holding one with his red bowls. Greg's got the blue bowls. Greg's about to launch his final bowl here for the end. See if Greg's got the length here. It's coming up just a little bit short, a little shorter than what he wanted. So back on rink 9. It's 2 points for John MacDonald, 1 for Pat Bird. Pat's first shot looks like it's got lots of energy, maybe a bit too much. Oh, it's going to hang right on there, almost dead center. About 1 3/4 meters behind. John's first shot is coming in. And he is almost, a great line, just comes up about 1.5 feet short. Peter's going to keep me up to date if there's any comments or any questions. It's best if you have any of them, don't hesitate to put them up there. I'll try to answer them for you. Oh, Pat's a little bit long and actually found the ditch on that second ball. The wind isn't blowing quite as hard in their face now that they're coming out as it did in the first hole, so that's going to take some adjustment. We've had some challenging conditions with the weather here. Yesterday it just poured like crazy. The greens have responded really well today. They were a little slow to go. Nicely, it's really great conditions. Pat's coming in with some weight on this one. Oh, it's going to be finishing actually quite nicely again. John's holding about 1.5 feet in front.
Derek is watching Tim to come down. He's watching.
Derek is... Good to see Derek is watching. Too bad you can't be here, Derek. You'd be doing great commentary. We'd love to have you here. I'd even buy you a beer to be here. Peter says, get your butt down here. Oh, John makes just a fantastic shot. Beautiful ball, right on. Dragged it back maybe 4 or 5 inches. John has just been playing outstanding this play down. I have the honor of being on John's team on the men's fours when we go to Burlington. It's a real privilege to be playing with such talented players as himself and Ken Olsvik and Kevin Childs as our skip. Really looking forward to going out to Burlington, and it'll be great to see Greg Wilson out there playing at his home club. It'll be quite a homecoming for him. Greg just made a shot there over in the other rink. Again, unfortunate luck. I think it's moved the jack towards Justin's favor over there. And Justin is leading that right now 3-0. And may have an extra one here. Still 2 holes to come. Coming in with some strength here on his final ball. He's trying to see if he can make contact here. He's awfully close, and he's done it. He's done it. Beautiful ball. Now lies 3. Derek thinks I found my new career here with commentary, but I'm sure it'll change soon.
You wouldn't buy a beer to save your life.
The Irishman drinks beer, Derek. He doesn't always buy it for everyone. So John's on his last bowl here. All he's got to do is just draw in. He doesn't have to do anything crazy here, but the line is different. He's going to have to adjust. It's just a draw. Let's see how it comes. Just needs to hold his line. Hold on. It's starting to fade a bit. Interesting he chose that. Yeah, too far. But that's the tough part. Different line. And the winds are gusting maybe more than you think. So that's a good hand for Pat Bird. Greg just drove, took out 2 of his own bowls, and his driver went out on the side. He's left Justin holding 2 over there. And that was the final bowl of the end. That's going to move that. But you know what? Greg got off to a slow start in his last match, and he's always there. He's never out of it. Launches the jack to the other end. It's going to put it right on the 2-meter mark. Basically going 2 meter, tee to tee. Bowl heading out. Looks a little strong. Hang on. Oh, just found the sand. Again, that wind is now coming from their back, so it's again a pretty significant adjustment. John's bowl's delivered. Let's see if he's got the length. This has got good pace. It's going to finish on the other side of the line, a few feet short. Appreciate your feedback. Let us know what you think. Peter's doing a great job with the camera here. Having fun doing this today. The caliber of play this weekend has just been excellent. You guys saw the semi-final matches that went on, just back and forth play on all the rinks, and want to send a special congratulations to Claire Day for winning the gold on the ladies' side, with Kathy Selzler taking silver. They played an excellent match together. They've been paired against each other and played alongside each other, and they're great competitors. They had a great time today. And getting the bronze was Leona Hatton, who is a relatively new member to the sport of lawn bowls, and this was one of her first major competitions she's entered, and I can say, as a member of Calgary Lawn Bowling Club, she has been very successful here at our club, and it didn't surprise me at all that she was able to capture the bronze today, and will be able to join her companions for for John. foot in front of the jack. John's coming in. Let's see, he's got a good track. Might be a little strong. Oh, it was close. Just passed. A good effort at it. Looks like Pat will capture a couple here. And we'll take the score to 5-2. Pat lays the jack down. This looks like it's going to be right around the 2-meter mark. Just move the mat up just a little bit. Yeah, he's about a yard in front of the tee. Wind is gusting here, so again it'll take another adjustment. Looks like he's got a good line. He's hitting right to the jack. Finishes just about 3 inches in front of the jack. Let's try to begin. John's delivered his bowl. It's coming in. It's got good energy, maybe a little too much. These wind conditions is really second ball. John's got a lot of here if he can find his line and get the weight. It's just kind of hanging down. He's trying to get in there. Comes the ball. Foul in the middle. Might just be a little short. I think that's cut Pat down to 1. Pat's bowl on the left is shot. Pat's bowl coming in here. It's a little, might just be playing it safe and putting 1 at the back. Let's hope it hangs on. A little long. John's playing the backhand. He's got another nice bowl. Gonna try to take that one out. Oh, and plays it perfectly. Beautiful ball. Pushes Pat out, flops nicely down, and it is a toucher. He's made a great shot. Pat's looking at this really close. I think he wishes that So over beside us on the other rink, Greg has scored his first point of the game. It's now 5-1 for Justin Dusablon. Greg's rolled his jack right almost into the ditch, so it'll come back to the tee. That's where they're setting up. Pat's got his last bowl here. John still has 1 to go. Pat's putting some weight on this one. Coming in hot. Let's see what he does. Oh, he's taking out his own bowl, unfortunately. 2 for John. John just needs to draw for 3. John taking his time, collecting his thoughts, as a good bowler does. Keeping his rhythm the same as it's been the entire weekend. Visualizing the shot. Here it comes. Just a little on the wide side. Ah, too bad. 2 for John. That'll make it 5-4 for Pat Bird right now. Over in the other rink, the score's been updated. It's now 7-1 for Justin. However, Greg is sitting quite well with one just to the left of the jack and another one behind, which Justin just almost knocked into the ditch. So Greg's holding one for sure. John has just launched that jack. Just stayed John's first ball. Try to follow it down. Oh, beautiful shot by John. He's about 2 inches behind the jack there. He's in a nice spot. Pat throws a runner here. Okay. That was a quick runner.
You know that kind of play is Australian style. When there's on the jack, the Australians now go after that ball.
Yeah, we're getting some commentary from Claire down here saying that that's the Australian style. Come in hot, try to take it out right away.
Hello, Margaret. How are you? Margaret Bruce is the only time.
Margaret Bruce, nice to hear from you. Thank you. Nice to see your comment. Thanks for joining us. Bird, a little draw there. So you can find this ball. It's always tough after you throw a runner like that to get draw weight. But you know, Pat is jack high. Maybe just about an inch in front. Pauline's taking a look to see what the. It's a measure, she says. It's close. John delivers his next ball. Coming in on the same hand as before. He's trying to see if he can take out Pat's. Just misses it. Good effort at it. Pat's next ball coming in here. He's going to try to return the favor and try to take the jack or take out John's, and I think he's got it. Yeah, lovely ball, lovely ball. And it stays well positioned. He's holding 2. John comes in with some heat now. He's not really happy with it. Let's see what happens. Takes the jack, pushes it over, and it stays inbounds. Wow, that's changed things a little bit. John's holding 1. They're both having a chuckle about that one.
Hello, Emma.
Hey. Hey, Emma Boyd. Nice to see you online. Thank you. Thanks for your support. You're always such a good follower of our club and what we're doing in Alberta. Thanks for joining us. Pat's taking lots of time on the shot. He wants to get it right. Might need the marker out. We've got an errant couple. In the spot. So I think that'll tie up the score here, 5-5. Justin's building a really good lead on the other rink now. He's yards behind. Greg's launching his next bowl. Let's see if Greg can find his weight. Okay, a little shorter than I'm sure he wanted that. John's delivering his first bowl here, coming in. Yeah, he's probably about 4 feet short on that. When you're going into the headwind. It's so easy to forget to put that extra little bit on it. Next right beside us. He's found his line. He's probably about 3.5 feet past. Pat's first bowl is coming in. Looks like he's got the length. Coming in nice to it. Yeah, just a little bit to the right. So Pat's bowl is about 6 inches short of the jack. John delivers his next bowl, coming in. He's going to wiggle this one. Pat's still holding shot. Over on the rink beside us, Greg delivers his bowl. It's kind of hard for me to tell who's holding shot now. It's probably a measure. Might still be Justin. Pat's next bowl coming in. He's really found the line here. He's coming in on the jack. Jack high, just a little bit to the left, holding 2. John's coming in, trying to see if he can find that same line. He's a little heavy here. And it just drops. Sorry. Hopefully that muffles some of that wind. Pat's next bowl comes in. Another nice touch on the length. He's holding 3. I hope everyone can still hear me okay. Let me know if that volume is not there anymore. Should be okay. Yeah. Okay, John's delivering his last bowl here. He's got to try to draw this in. He's going to be close. He's going to be close. Oh, nice shot, John. Nice shot. That's probably shot now. Pat's coming down just to take a quick look. He wants to get things set. Good. I love the live commentary. And the live coverage. And commentary probably not so much. I hope, but if you don't, just mute me and you don't have to listen to it. But it's fun to try to do this. It's great to compliment these bowlers. It's just the quality that we are developing here in Canada is just, from my brief experience, I've only been in this game for 4 years, but watching internationally and seeing players like Greg Wilson and Pat Board and so many others compete so well competitively, we are really building something here in Canada. It's just a real delight to be able to broadcast this and have you share some fantastic play by some great players. Hey, Francis Standen, also one of those high-ranked players here in Alberta. Nice to have him online. And Michael Patuni, hey! Remember you guys from Nationals last year playing in the 4s? We had a great time, you guys. The whole family is such a credit to the sport, not only in your province, but across the country. Just watching the other rink over there, Justin has just drawn a beautiful toucher onto the jack. He's pushed the jack back about a meter in front of the ditch, and his bowl is about 4 inches in front. Greg's going to try to narrow that up. Greg's bowl ball's coming in. The wind is pushing it, but and he just nudges his own ball, unfortunately. So Justin's still holding one. We're having a discussion here, back on our rink 9. And John's got the mat. I think he took one on that one. Just keeping an eye on Greg's game with Justin, and Justin is holding one for sure. Greg's going to try to disrupt that. Coming in with some energy. He's calling for it. Oh, he makes contact. Great bowl. I think he's still shot. Yeah, might even be 2 now. See how Justin reacts to that. Justin's trying to bring it in. Let's see what he's got. Has he got the line? Trying to push his in. Oh, just misses. John delivers his first bowl here. Just a little bit short, about 4 or 5 inches, but that's a good start. Pat Berg again coming in with some weight on this. This is an interesting strategy. And he takes the jack with him. There it goes. Well done. That's a gutsy shot. Greg's just delivered his last bowl, coming in here, trying to draw in for another one. I think he's got some good weight there. Oh, and he draws it right to the jack. That's first class. Well done. Good bowl. That might be 3 for him. Justin's got 1 bowl to go. John trying to see if he can now change that, get his bowl as close to that ditch. You can hopefully, that's going to go a little long. Hopefully you can see the white marker for the jack is about 1.5 yards to the left of the 9 marker, and Pat's ball is about an equal distance to the right of the 9 marker. There's lots of room to draw in there. Pat's delivered his next ball, just trying to get it as close to the ditch and as close to that white peg at the end, and he's done a fine job. Yeah, he's done a great job. Probably about 1 meter away from the ditch. This is the stuff that Pat and John practice all of the time. I see them all the time working on these very, very shots. John is trying to just beat Pat's and just comes up a little bit short. Justin's made just a great shot in the other rink with his last bowl, and I think he ended up drawing shot on his last bowl. High pressure shot for a young player like him.
The score is 5-6 to John.
Okay. Yeah, the score right now is 6-5 for John. And Pat right now is probably at least 1. Pat's delivering his last bowl at the end. Let's see if he can get it even closer. Wind is picking up. It's going to push it a little bit further, which may be to his advantage. It's coming up close. A nice ball. Within 1 meter. John with his last bowl winced a little bit at that one. Let's see if it gets there, if this is what he wanted. It's looking pretty good to me. He got inside. He got it. He got it. That shot bowl. Okay. Puts the pressure back on Pat. It's just great to see a competition like this between these two guys. They work together and practice so much together. It's great to see them not only be great pairs partners, but also compete at such a high level together.
Hello, Albert.
Hey, Albert. Nice to see you online. Thanks for joining us. Hope you're enjoying the coverage. Pat wasn't sure about that. Ended up taking one of John's bowls out. That ended very well for Pat. He'll take probably 2. I think yeah, he's happy with that. That will move the score now to 7-6 for Pat. Great game going on there. Over on the... He's on top, but he took 2. So over on the other rink, Justin is holding 2 against Greg. Greg's trying to bring one in on the jack, and he's just getting in there for shot. The score over in that other rink is showing us 10-2 for Justin right now. Justin's playing a great game. Oh, we're getting an umpire over on John and Pat's rink. I guess they're going to measure for that bowl that is in the ditch. Umpires are quickly hustling in there, get that measure done. Justin's delivered his bowl coming in, and he's trying to see if he can get that shot back, and he's so close. He's trying to cheer it in, and I think he might have done it. Although it's not on the center line like Greg's is, it may have a disadvantage. Yeah, the marker there, Patricia Walker, a fine player in her own right, gives it to Justin. Greg's coming in with his final bowl. Greg's final bowl coming in here. Got a great head. Trying to see if he can make this definitive, and I think he has done it. That's an improvement over where his other bowl was. Still a bowl each for the guys. We have to give a big shout out to all the volunteers who have been here this weekend, and the markers are on the greens. They're standing in vicious rain. We had hail yesterday. Today it's sunshine, but you're on your feet all the time. We can't thank them enough for all of their help, plus all of the volunteers who have been with us and inside in the kitchen, and to our draw master Herman Cooper, who himself is a very fine bowler, and to all of our people who have been helping in the kitchen and everything. We can't thank him enough. Justin's just made a fantastic shot. He's drawn shot for sure. I think he's holding the 1. Yeah, I think he's doing well. This is putting pressure on Greg here. The score there is 10-2. I think Greg sees a good line in there. The wind is going to make it challenging. The wind is gusty. Let's see if he can pull it off. Bowl delivered. He's watching it intently. Has he got his line? Oh, just a little narrower than he wanted. Justin's taken the 1. (11-2) now for Justin Dusablon. So that last count was 3 points for Pat Bird. He's now got the lead 8-6. I'm going to see if I can get Claire to stop by and just say hi to everyone. I don't know if Claire sees, but we're streaming our game here live, and I'm going to see if Claire can give us a few comments on how she enjoyed her weekend.
Oh, it's a great weekend. Thank you again to Calgary Lawn for hosting this provincial championships. I loved every game. Glad that I won every game that I played. Thanks very much, and I always enjoy playing here. Such a good facility. Thanks.
Oh, thank you so much, Claire. You're always such a great competitor. I think if my wife was watching, she'd be a little jealous because I had Claire in so close to the microphone, it looked like we were kissing. But Claire, thank you so much for dropping by. You're always such a great competitor. We'd love to see you back, and good luck at the Nationals.
Thanks, Mike.
Play great. All right, so we're back to the plate here, and Pat is delivering a second bowl coming in. He's holding shot right now. His first bowl is probably about 6 inches. And he's drawn to about 4 or 5 inches in front. And in comes John's next shot. It's holding out a little bit longer than he'd like. His length's a little strong again. Justin over in the other rink is holding shot. He's going to deliver his next ball. Meanwhile, Pat Birds is coming in. He's going to see if he can add to the count here. Wind is kind of trailing it a little bit further, but that's also a good back bowl to have, just in case. Wind is picking up, so John's just going to take a breather, getting himself on the mat. He's throwing some heat. Here it comes. Let's see what happens. Takes the jack, pushes it back. His bowl goes out the left side. It's going to leave John sitting with 1. Maybe 2. Interesting shot. Boy, that's a tough shot in this gusty wind to be able to make that kind of contact. Great ball. So now that jack here has moved about 1.5 meters from the out of bounds marker on the right side. Hopefully you can see the peg there. Pat's laid his last bowl out here. He's coming in. The weight looks pretty good. He's got to beat John's 1 bowl there, and it looks like he might be short. But maybe cut it down to just 1. John's got a free draw here for another point. John's bowl is delivered. He's long. Meanwhile, on the other rink, Greg has just drawn a nice shot. He's pushed Justin's bowl away from the jack. Looks like he's taken 2, possibly 3. I can't tell. We'll have to wait for the score, but good end for Greg. I'm sure that was at least 2 for Greg. It might have been 3. It was hard to tell the angle. Okay, John delivers the jack for the next end here. Score is getting updated by Pat Bird. The score is 8-7 for Pat Bird right now. Just a single for John that last end. John delivers his opening bowl. Good length, just off to the right of the jack. He's about 3 inches in front of the jack. Meanwhile, in the other rink, Justin's just had a toucher. But Greg is still holding shot. Pat again coming in with some strength here. Let's see what happens if he can do it again. Oh, and he does, and follows it directly into the ditch. What a brilliant shot. Brilliant play. He's laughing about that one. He likes that shot. Justin's just made a fantastic shot, and the other rink is now taking shot from Greg. We'll try to get the camera over there as soon as we can. John's now playing in his second bowl, trying to get as close to the ditch, of course, without going in, but he's got a bit of a tailwind behind him, and he holds. So that'll be second right now, with Pat Bird's bowl being about a foot away from the jack in the ditch. Pat's next bowl being delivered. Let's see if he can beat John's last attempt. This is always such a great shot to have to make. Looks like he might even one better John. Another nice ball. He's put that, it looks like about 1.5 feet in front of the ditch. That should be 2 for Pat. This will be a good challenge for John. John delivers his ball. Let's see if he's got the length. It looks a little shy to me. He's trying. Yeah. Definitely a different strategy when you play singles, as Francis points out. It's a whole different game, let me tell you. I usually play lead, and playing in a singles competition for me like this is a great learning experience. You know, every shot is so different. The head is so different. It's a great experience to be able to play against top-ranked competitors like this. You learn so much every single time. Pat's got his third bowl coming in here. He's right now lying 2. Oh, he's got good weight. Can he get by John's? Oh, it makes a little contact with John. Should still be holding 2. There's room for John to draw in here. He's got to get it right just in front of the ditch. His last bowl is being delivered. He's got a good line. He's wide enough. Come on in. Oh, it's hanging. The wind is blowing. He's trying to get it in there. He can't improve on that last bowl of his. It's close. It's right on the edge. Meanwhile, on the rink beside us, Justin's throwing a heavy-weighted shot in there. It did move some bowls, but I think Greg is going to end up taking 2 on the end. That is going to move the score to 11-7 on that rink now. Oh, back on rink 9. Pat's just made a little blunder there. It happens to the best of us. It doesn't matter. John's going to go and place it. He's going to go and put it on the jack, as the rule would state. He can place it where he thinks it was. Some good spirit between these two guys. Awesome to watch. Calling an umpire on the next rink beside us, just for jack length, I believe. So meanwhile, we're back on rink 9. Pat Bird is looking intently at his next shot. He's trying to draw 3 if he can. Getting our umpires walking in front of us. That's all right. Here comes Pat Bird on his final bowl. Here he goes. He's coming in. Has he got the length? He's a little strong, but he's going to make contact. Oh, what a fantastic shot by Pat. That's experience for you. So there's 3 for Pat on that one. That's going to take the score now to 11-7. Same score as on the other rink. Good competition between all 4 of these players. In the background is little Everett trying to get to Dad, trying to coach him, I think. Trying to get him, Dad, just play your game. Just do what you've been doing all year. And wife Jen keeping tabs. Oh, it's a close measure coming out of the ditch. It's close. Looks like they're calling the umpire. George Hamilton, pardon me, from Stanley Park is getting his work for him here all of a sudden. He's been kind of quiet. Now he's being drawn in again. Going to do a measure from the ditch. So we're going to focus now on rink 10. And Greg's got a great bowl, just a little bit behind the jack. Justin comes in a little strong. That tailwind can sometimes be a little bit tough to adjust to. Greg delivers his next bowl. Coming on in, I think his weight's looking really good here. He's drawing nicely. Yeah, draws right to the jack. just flops and makes contact. Greg's sitting there with 2. Justin's just going to take a little bit of extra time here as the wind is gusting. Just wants to collect his thought. That first bowl, I think, didn't do what he really wanted to. So he's just collecting his thoughts, coming in on the next shot. He's coming in with some heat now, trying to take them out. Let's see what he does. Oh, slight miss. It was very close. He's still got one more to try. Let's see how Greg defends against this. He's probably going to expect that same thing, so let's see what he does. Yeah, he draws in a third. Okay. I think he's okay with that. Justin again, going to try it. Comes in with heat again. Has he got the line? Oh, he took out his own. No, he took out one of Greg's, that last bowl that went in there. So Greg's holding 2. And Greg and Justin both have a bowl left here. Justin's hoping maybe 3rd time's a charm. If he gets another ramp at it here, so let's see how Greg defends against it. Oh, definitely, I am not a Dylan. Absolutely. Thanks for the comments on commentary. Again, if you don't like the commentary, just mute me. I won't be offended. Oh, Greg just puts in a beautiful ball here. Just drew it nicely. The target got slightly larger for Justin. And that was a toucher by Greg. I'm just going to see if I can... Hey, George. I'm just trying to get the umpire's attention here just to see how many did they score on that last end, George?
I don't know. I just counted the one.
Okay, you counted one. That was that for Pat?
But I don't. That was the first and second one.
Okay. Did it count for Pat or for John?
Yeah.
For Pat. So I think Pat took 3 on that last end. So that might make the score 14-7. Once they come back to the other, we'll get that for you for sure. Justin's got his last bowl here. He's trying to deliver it. I think the wind gust just kind of changed the line on that. It's unfortunate. Greg will take 3 on that end, and the score has now changed to 11-10 for Justin Dusable. Pat delivers his next bowl here. Coming in, it's just a little longer he'd like. John is holding 1. John's next bowl coming in. Looking awfully good. Oh, it carries on just a little bit as well. I think he's still holding 1. In, the weight looks better on this one. Coming in, it's going to be a nice draw. Jack high. Maybe 2 inches past, but just to the left, he's holding shot. That's confirmed by the marker. John's coming in. John's changing hands, coming in on the other side. I think trying to break off of Pat's bowl on the left. Let's see if he can make that adjustment on the line and the weight. And he's pretty darn close. Draws it beautifully. Flops, not quite. But he's sitting probably about 3 inches, 4 inches behind the jack, taking shot. Pat's got his last bowl of the end here. Pat's final bowl. It looks a little light to me. Yeah, about 4 feet short. John's got a chance to draw in here and make it 2. If he can push Pat's bowl far enough, he could make it 3. Just coming in. Yeah, he's going to make contact. Oh, he just misses Pat's, so might just be the one for John. Now looking at the other rink on rink 10, Justin just delivers his bowl, and he's made contact. He's taken one of his own bowls out at the back. It looks like Greg is holding 1, with Greg's bowl maybe about 2 feet, 2.5 feet behind. They each have a bowl left. Greg delivers his bowl coming into the head here. He's going to be awfully close. He leaves his bowl 3.5 feet short. Doesn't change the count over there. I think he's still holding 1. Justin's just going to go and take a look. Meanwhile, back on rink 9, John's delivered his bowl about 3.5 feet short. Good line though. Pat delivered the shot. Looks a little strong to me. That might be ditch bound. Yeah, that tailwind is starting to play a factor. Justin delivers his last bowl on ring 10. He's looking awfully close. It's going to be a measure over there for who shot, but it might be Greg. Okay, John going to deliver his second bowl here. Looks like Greg took the point on the other rink. It's now 11-11 there. John's bowl coming in nicely. Is this going to be a toucher? It is. Beautiful trailer. Lovely shot. Nicely done. Pat Bird's next bowl coming in here. That looks a little heavy to me too. Yeah. He kind of lost his weight here a little bit. My good friend Kevin Giles is just asking me if I'm parched, and he's going to get me another drink. He's an awfully nice friend. John's left his bowl just a little bit short there. This wind is starting to affect these guys a little bit. John, it's making him a little bit lighter, and Pat, he's a little longer. Pat's going to change hands here and see if that'll change his luck. He's found his weight here a bit better. Now he's coming in short. Changing conditions here are always a challenge. John delivers his last bowl. He's coming in, see if he can get another close one to the jack. His weight looks better here. Can he get by his own? Yes, he does. He draws it in nicely. He's got 2 there now. Wow, technically he's sitting 4. Pat's on his last bowl. Meanwhile, beside us on ring 10, Greg's just drawn in a nice bowl there, nice toucher. Back on rink 9, here comes Pat's final bowl. He's got to try to get in here, try to cut this down. His length is looking good. He's going to cut it down to 2. Going to cut it to 2. We'll focus on rink 10 in the meantime. Greg's drawing in another bowl here. He's coming in nicely. He's found his weight and he's found his line. He's back in. that game is all tied up, 11-11. Justin's going to see if he can get in, just to try to cut it down. He's coming in with a weighted shot here. Let's see if he can keep his line. Oh, he just misses it, almost takes out his back ball. It's a tough target when they're that much in alignment. It's a pretty narrow target when you've got the crosswinds too. It's tough. So the score has been updated on rink 9 to read 11-10. I'll just make sure that that's correct for Pat Bird. Boy, both of these games are just great. 11-10 for Pat Bird or John right now, and 11-11 for Greg Wilson and Justin Dusablon. We picked a good day to get some coverage. Thank you again, Peter Mock, for making this happen for us today. Let's hope his camera batteries last long enough for us. And please send us your feedback if you think this is something that we should be trying to do more in Bowls, Alberta, and across Canada in general. Appreciate all the feedback you give us. Pat Bird's delivering his first bowl after John left his about 6 feet short. And Pat's just a little long, maybe a couple feet. Here comes John's next bowl. Let's see if he's found his length here. I think he's going to beat Pat's bowl. Yeah, he does indeed. Takes the shot. Meanwhile, Justin's taking his last shot. Taking a lot of time to think about this one. He's got good draw weight. Trying to see. Oh, he's coming in with it's a weighted on shot, and Justin misses his target. Greg will take. He will take 3, possibly 4 on that one. That's a game-changing end right there, possibly. Coming back to rink 9. John is holding one, delivering his next bowl. Looks like it's going to be a little long. It is the back bowl at this point. Greg's got 2 bowls to go. Or sorry, Pat has 2 bowls to go. Pat's bowl is coming in. Just wicks off of his own, and it's a toucher on the jack, and that will take shot. Nice touch. That's a very delicate line to take. Meanwhile, back on rink 10, it looks like Greg's had an issue on delivering the jack. The jack is coming back for Justin. He's going to move the mat back, try to shake Greg up a little bit, as a smart bowler does. Never leave the mat in the same place. Justin's playing a much longer jack here. Still a few meters short of the tee, but that's going to change the distance up on Greg a bit. John coming in with his last bowl here, trying to see if he can do something with Pat's bowl. He makes contact with Pat's, gets a nice roll in. He might be shot. He's laughing about it, but hey, you take the good with the bad, right? You don't write it down on the scorecard how you got the bowl there. He's having a chuckle with Pauline, the marker back there. I think that probably means that he's sitting shot. This will be a good tester for Pat to see if he can just find the length. I see my good friend Kevin Childs is coming back with my favorite beverage to keep me hydrated here on the sidelines. This is the warmest weather we've had in about a week here in Calgary, so we're enjoying the sunshine. And I hope you bowlers out there get a chance to come and join us at our club at Calgary Lawn. We are nothing but welcoming to all of you who come and want to try our club. Please, if you have an opportunity to come to Calgary, Yeah, my voice is drying out, says Kevin, so he's here to my rescue. Justin's drawing in beautifully on rink 10 and a toucher. Yeah, that was good strategy on Justin to adjust the mat length on Greg. Take every advantage that you can when you get it. Greg's trying to draw in. Looks like he's going to be a little bit longer than he wanted. Justin will hold one. It's hard to tell if it's two from here. Score's just been updated on John and Pat Bird's score. It's 11-11. Meanwhile, Greg Wilson has taken a 15-11 lead on the other rink. After John delivered his first bowl, just about 4 feet long, Pat Bird's now delivering his, coming in. I think he's got good length here. It's going to just cross the line a little bit, but he'll be about 2.5 feet short. Lots of room for John. John delivers his next shot. Oh, he takes the jack, touches it back. He's now sitting two. Great shot. Meanwhile, over on rink 10 there, it's a close measure for who shot. Greg just delivered one just a bit short of the jack, but it might have taken shot. Justin had two sitting behind the jack and was sitting two at least, so it was good pressure shot by Greg. Back to rink 9. Pat's laid a beautiful jack high shot. He's now holding one. John's coming in on his next bowl. I think he's trying to take Pat out with some weight here, and the wind. Oh, he just had a little too much strength on that one. It's kind of fun keeping an eye on two games. I'm just watching Justin make his last bowl here. He's trying to see if he can draw it in. I wish I had two cameras for you. I can only show you the one. He's come up short, unfortunately. That might be one for Greg over there. They're going to take some time to... Oh, might be two. Two for Justin, I think. That's excellent. Okay, so that's going to make that game 15-13 for Greg. Coming back to rink 9. Pat's delivered a bowl, but I don't think it's changed the count. I think he's still holding the one. John's coming in with his next shot. He's got some weight on this one. Let's see if he's trying to take out. He's not really happy with it. No, he missed his mark. Tough shot. So Pat's got a free draw here for two, unless he decides to throw some heat and try to take out those two bowls that John's behind. Let's see. He's been pretty much spot on all of his drives so far today. Let's see what he decides to do. No, he's coming in for just a straight draw. Trying to get into those catchers behind. It's just a little heavier than I think he wanted. Just missed his line a little bit. He'll take the one. That'll put Pat Bird up 12-11 over John. Going over to rink 10 now. Justin's holding one. And Greg is leading the game 15-13 right now. Very close on both of these rinks. We're moving our camera because the sun is moving and we need the shade, so sorry about that. Justin's delivered his next bowl. He's a little bit short on that one. Still holding. Yeah, he'll be holding two. Greg's next shot coming in on rink 10. He's a little bit wider than he'd like. Finishes behind the jack, maybe about 4 feet. So we're swinging back over to rink 9 here. Oops. Justin delivers his second last ball on rink 10, and he's left it just about a foot to the left of the jack, but jack high. He's holding 2 for sure. Greg delivers his next ball. And he's still having trouble with the line on that side. He stays wide again, a little bit longer. Justin's measuring it up. I think he's holding 2. Coming back here to rink 9, John is coming in with his first lead ball, and he's just a little... he's right in line with Pat. Probably give a slight advantage to Pat. They're both about 3.5, 4 feet short. These wind gusts here are always a challenge. The wind has kind of lightened up a little bit here, so they're being cautious. Pat's coming in with his next ball, and he's just beaten John. That'll definitely be shot. John's coming in with his next ball. Wicks off of Pat. That might now be shot. Still 3 feet away from the jack. Pat's coming in with some weight on this one. The wind gust has just picked up at the same time. He's going to be close. It's going to hang. It holds. John coming in with a second last ball. He's got some weight on this one too. Maybe trying to promote his own or try to take out one of Pat's. He's coming in, drawing in nice, makes contact with his. He's probably holding 2 with that now. Greg's tried to deliver a bit of a drive on rink 10 there. He's taken out one of Justin's bowls, but I think Justin is holding 1, maybe 2. It's like they're bringing out the tape on rink 10 to kind of see exactly what it is. Meanwhile, back on rink 9, Pat's got his last bowl. I've got kind of an arc built in front of that jack. It's kind of hard to tell, but I think John's holding 2. Pat's trying to come in here. Let's see how close he gets. He's got good weight. Taking the jack. Oh, he just missed it. Just slipped out the backside. John's coming down to the head to take a look. Okay, well, Greg's got control of the mat on rink 10, so that worked out in his favor. Sometimes the angles are really hard to tell. John's studying this quite closely here.
The sun's moving quick.
Greg's delivering a nice starting bowl here on rink 10. Just about 3 or 4 inches short of the back. Is a good lead bowl. John's on his final bowl here. He's swapped hands. It's interesting. What has he got in mind here? Coming in on the outside. Can he draw it in? Oh, That's a nice draw for John. He's just about almost jack high, just a little bit past the jack. I think it's in the count. Meanwhile, over on rink 10, Justin's just delivered a nice toucher that's pushed the jack into the ditch, and his bowl is sitting just in front of it. Greg's delivered a counter. Justin is holding one right now. Good match going on there. 3 of the top players out of this competition this weekend will be advancing to the Nationals. So every ball counts, every shot counts, and these are great games, great matches. Some heavy-duty measuring going on by Pat Bird here, trying to figure out what the count is. He's score's being updated. He's relinquished the mat to John, and the score is 14-12 for John. John MacDonald leading by 2. So Justin's coming in with some heat here over on rink 10, trying to take out Greg's 2 bowls that are close to the ditch. It's a smart shot to make. He did miss it, but it's going to be awfully close to see who shot. Might be Greg holding that. Got one of my runners going over there to take a good side angle look. We'll see. See who's holding shot on rink 10 there. Meanwhile, back on rink 9, we've got John's delivered his first bowl. He's about jack high. So 2 for Greg, do you think, over there? Okay. So over on rink 10 there, it's going to be a close measure because Justin's bowl in the ditch that he took is awfully close to Greg's, which is about 6 inches in front of the ditch. So it's going to be might be a measure there. Pat delivers his first bowl here, over back on rink 9. He's got the length for sure. Yeah. Almost jack high. Justin's throwing some heat here going into that shot, trying to take out Greg Wilson's bowls. Makes contact with one of Greg's front bowls, misses the shot. So over on ring 10, there's some discussion between Greg and Justin as to who shot there. Looks like Greg is taking the mat, probably for 1. That'll make it 17-13 for Greg. Meanwhile, back on ring 9, Pat's just put a toucher on the jack there to take shot. He's holding 2. John trying to come in and disrupt that. He's got some good weight on it. See if he's got his line. Just a little wider. Unfortunately, pushes Pat. Advances his and makes that target a little bit smaller, unfortunately. Pat's asking if he can come and take a look at the head. Yeah, up he comes. Just wants to get a close look. I wish you could see this on camera, but over on the other green here is little Everett MacDonald. He's got his own set of bowls, and he's working with our greenskeeper Ken Olsvik, working on his draw, it looks like, or maybe Ken showing him how to throw a drive. He's a little light on that shot, but he's still practicing. That's a future champion, definitely in the making. Jen and John MacDonald are heading off to Australia in January. Jennifer has a job swap. She's a teacher, and she's been fortunate enough to be able to find an opportunity to swap jobs, and they're going to be there for a full year. And we wish them all the best of luck. It's going to be a fantastic opportunity for them to experience another continent and play on some great greens, and certainly their experience here is good. Oh, Pat Bird's coming over to ask about the commentary. Yeah, we've got, what, three people watching? No. So, Pat, how's the game going so far? How are you enjoying it?
I've only scored once in the even end, so I must be doing, or I've only scored once in the odd ends, so I must be doing okay in the even ends to be within 2 of them right now. That's what I think.
That's great commentary for Pat coming out here in the middle of the game to come over and say hi, and he's having fun. He's such a great competitor. I've never had the opportunity to go head-to-head against Pat Bird. I was hoping to do that this weekend, but the draw just didn't work out. But met some great competition here. Played against John on the weekend. We played a close match. He beat me out by 1 or 2 in the final. I gave him a good run. But it's great to see John here and Pat going head-to-head. They're just awesome competitors. John placing his next bowl here. This is a great head they've built. Trying to see if he can get in there, find the line. He's close. Oh, he's made contact with Pat. Not enough to change it up, I don't think. Pat might be holding 2. Pat's asking the marker if it's 1 or 2. 1 and a measure, she says. He's got to go take a look at the head. Meanwhile, back on rink 10, Justin's holding shot. He's got his next bowl here. Trying to make it 2. Score over there is 17-13 for Greg Wilson. Justin's coming in. It's a little bit strong, but a nice bowl. That could be counting for 2. Good bowl behind the jack. Okay. So John or Pat has taken 1 for sure. They're bringing the mat down. Pat's asking if it's okay to move the 1 bowl for 1. They're going to do a measure, it looks like, for the second. Taking those ones out. So right now on rink 9, the score is reading 14-12, and Pat's definitely, and that's for John MacDonald leading Pat Bird 14-12. Pat's taken 1, and was that 1 or 2? Don't know. We'll find out when they come back, but Pat definitely took at least 1 on that one. Sounds like just the 1 for Pat. So it's going to make it 14-13? 14-13. Great match. Meanwhile, over on the other rink, on rink 10, it's 17-15 for Greg Wilson. Both of these games are outstanding. Great to see the level of play that we've got developing here in Alberta. I think Bowls Alberta should be very proud of the development, and a lot of that comes from the coaching. I can't say enough about the work that Derek Dillon does on advancing player development here in the province. He travels the province wide. Most of it is on his own dime, and the time that he puts into it helps so many players here in the province, and I think it's really paying some great dividends right across all the different clubs. He's been in Medicine Hat, up in Edmonton at Commonwealth, here at Calgary Lawn, and Rotary Park, and Blue Valley, and we can't thank him enough for all the coaching that he does. So coming in here on rink 9, John's delivering his first bowl. He's going to be awfully close. Yeah, about 1.5 feet behind the jack. He's got to be happy with that. His line is good. Bird delivering a second bowl. Seeing if he can improve, try to beat John's first bowl. It seems to be hanging out a little bit longer than he'd like. Still finishing with good weight, coming in tight and taking a shot. I think that just beat John. John's next bowl coming in here. It's got good line. It's got a little bit more weight than he'd like, but it's finishing up against Pat, so he's now pushed it back a bit. I think he's 2. Nice bowl, John. Justin's running in to watch his last bowl get delivered, and he just made a beautiful draw. I think it's shot over on rink 10. He's got to be happy with that. Pat Bird delivers his next bowl coming in. He's just on the other side of the line. Might not be in the count. I think he's a little bit off. John's holding 2, I think. John delivers his next bowl. Looks to be a little heavy. Not quite ditch. Just in front. Dead center on the center line. Greg's looking over on rink 10 there, looking awfully studiously, trying to figure out his next shot. Justin's put him under some pressure there with that really nice bowl that he delivered. That's about jack high, just to the right of the jack. Pat's coming in on his final bowl here. He's got good length. He's talking to it. He's coaching it in. It's close and hard to tell from this angle if he shot or not. Pauline's coming out to look. She's looking at it. Not an easy decision. She favors John by 1. John's holding 1 with last bowl. Free draw for 2. Ooh, meanwhile on ring 10, Greg's thrown a bowl in there that's made contact with the jack, that's moved it over. It's hard to say if he's taken shot now. That's changed the head for sure. John delivers his last bowl. Coming in. A little heavier than his last one. Didn't improve his position. He's taken the mat from Pat though, so I think that figures as 1. So they're measuring that up. John's remeasuring it. It's awfully close. Over on ring 10, Greg's just delivered his jack into the ditch. Justin's asking for the mat to come back, changing the length on Greg, trying to change the momentum. Looks like John is taking the control of the jack and the mat, so Pat's relinquished a point for him there. So over on rink 10, the score reads 18-15 for Greg Wilson right now. Over here on rink 9, it's 15-13 for John MacDonald. I'm going to take about a 1-minute break here, folks. We'll be back. And again, if you don't like the commentary, then you can blame it on Derek Dillon. If you do like the commentary, then send us some positive feedback. We'd love to hear it. Boy, what a time to step away. I come back, and what a great head we got here on 9. John's holding shot. Pat's got his last ball. He's coming in, trying to draw it in. Does he have the line? Oh, he does. Makes contact, but it's not the movement of the jack I think he was hoping for. Let's move the ball behind. I think John has shot.
It's not going to work, Mike. Anyone has the ear plug for the phone?
No.
You know that the line?
Why is it not with it?
I have the Bluetooth one, but I need to turn it on to set it. Otherwise, you have one of those earphone. You plug it in there, then because
I don't need it.
that share the same power source.
Check the in the back of the have the speakers. There's the box of the wireless microphone. There's a wire in there that will run into your earpiece.
That's for the earpiece?
Yeah. Without a mic, no.
Oh no, you need a mic because this one the mic is here.
Is it
Otherwise, you
the mic
just
that's causing the
speak
issue?
through here. But there's a lot of wind source.
But how's your battery power?
I'm not sure because it didn't. I can't. There's no indication.
Okay.
That's why I need to plug it in here just to make sure I don't want to cut it off.
Okay.
But I'm gonna ask.
We're just trying to figure out if we've got enough battery power to last through the end of this. We hope so. Yeah, it's the joys of modern technology. We're on a limited budget here at Calgary Lawn. So looking over at rink 10, it's all tied up at 18 right now. Justin's put his lead ball in there, and he is just about jack high. Greg is trying to counter. He's just gone behind the jack. I think it's close for a measure, but Greg may be holding shot now. Final ball for Pat Bird coming in here on rink 9. He's just got to draw to the jack, and he's pretty darn close, and I think he's got it. Takes the shot. That'll make it 14-50 with John MacDonald got the lead. Pat's wondering what he should be playing in an odd direction on the ends. He's
Drive the deck in the ditch with your first ball bat like you did.
draw to the ditch is what everyone's saying. Draw it hard. Meanwhile, over on rink 10, Greg has drawn in another bowl. It's hard to tell who shot. Trisha Walker's going in. Take a look. She's indicating 2 down to Justin. We're going to follow Justin's shot coming in here. Switching angles. I'm not much of a cameraman, so I hope I got this right. Justin's coming in a little bit short on his bowl there, I think. Yeah, the wind came up just on him there. He's trying to try and see if he can change things up. He's struggling with the wind too. He's disappointed with that shot. It's amazing how the wind can affect your bowls when it's gusting the way it is. Pat Bird draws his first ball. Looks like about 3 or 4 feet short. He's facing a headwind now, so it's a little bit more challenging. John's going to see if he can adjust for that. He's throwing some good energy on this. Strong competitor, John. He's coming in. He's not short for sure. He's right on the jack. Nice adjustment, John. Well done. Justin's rolling his last bowl in here on ring 10. He's trying to make contact with Greg's bowls, but the wind, I think, just kind of kept it out there. Threw it maybe a little harder than he wanted.
But you have to stand close. No.
Oh. Okay.
There you go.
So over on rink 10, Greg Wilson has just drawn in to take 3 on the final end to win the game 21-18. Just an awesome match. You know, Greg came back. He had given Justin quite a lead to begin with, but you know, always a strong competitor. Greg finishes strong, takes 3 to take the bronze medal, 21-18. Great game, guys. Meanwhile, back on rink 10, or back on rink 9, John is holding shot at the moment. I hope you folks can hear this. We've changed over microphones. I hope you can hear okay. John has drawn, looks like he's holding 2. Pat Bird's coming down to take a look at the head.
Come on, Johnny.
You know, some really good congratulations to Justin Dusablon. You know, like he,
You're a new bowler.
you know, new bowler coming in. It takes a lot of courage to enter into these competitions. And, you know, his family is very, very active in bowls, and he gets a lot from his brother and his dad. And it's great, you know, how he has jumped into this game and been very active. And I can tell you here, as a president of the Calgary Lawn Bowling Club, that, you know, he has been a very positive influence for a lot of the new bowlers, encouraging them to come in and get involved. And you know, he's been skip for some of our newest bowlers in some of our competitions here in the province. And you know, just a great influence. Great to have him part of our club. We need more people like him.
Okay, Johnny.
All right, so I think John's sitting 2 here on rink 9. He's got final bowl. Got a free try to take 3 here.
Can you ask somebody to come in to make sure that they can hear the voice?
Okay. If you're watching right now, we've changed over to a new microphone. If you can hear me okay, can you please give us a comment? Yeah? We can hear okay? We're just experimenting with different technologies here, so thanks for your feedback on this. So John has drawn that a little bit longer than I think he would have liked. He'll take 2. So that'll make it 17-14. Got a good match going on here. You know, both of these guys, regardless of the outcome, should be very proud of the way they've played this weekend. Tough conditions with the wind and the rain that we had yesterday, and just great examples for all of us newer bowlers coming in. How to play disciplined, how to make sure you focus on your game. These guys are great examples as to, you know, how much time you got to put into practice and train, and they're great examples for all of us. John's got his lead bowl coming in here. Looks a little stronger than he'd like, but I think it's going to stay out okay. Yeah, he's fine. The wind gusts are a challenge here. It's now at their back, so their bowls are likely going to go a little further than they thought. Pat Bird also, Derek did.
Are you there, Derek? Can you hear?
There we go. Pat Bird draws a nice bowl in there. He's jack high.
We just want to make sure the mic's working.
Yeah, Derek said he could hear it.
Okay.
John's throwing a runner here. Let's see. Oh, took his own out. Yeah, he's having a little chuckle about that one. Trying to follow Pat Bird's lead on that when you're close.
Derek, tell him we can hear fine.
Okay. Thanks, Derek. I'm glad you can hear us.
Derek says you can hear fine.
Oh, Pat's coming in with some lighter weight here, trying to draw and make it 2. Try not to make the target any bigger. Drawing well. coming right up. A little short. It's okay. It's drawing 2. Lots of room for John to draw in there. Cut him down. There he goes. He's got draw weight on this one. It's coming in. He's got a nice line on it. Does he take the jack? Oh, he wicks off of Pat's, and there you go. Nice draw. So John is holding 1. It's not a toucher, but he's sitting right in front of it, probably only about 2 or 3 inches. Pat coming in with weight. He's going to try to take it straight out. Took out his own. No change. Still John holding 1. John making his next bowl. I think he wants to put a safe bowl behind. Back bowl. Does he stay? Oh, just a little hard. Pat's coming down. Just take a quick look just to size things up. He's got the last bowl on the end here. Right now, John's holding 1. Wow, we have 15 watchers. I'm hoping we'll see some more people on the recorded version when we have this up, and I'm sure the players themselves will be watching this. Oh, Pat takes his run, just misses it, gives John 1. That'll make the score 18 to 14. John MacDonald. 3 points away. And everyone, please, send us some feedback. If you like to see more of these games get broadcast, we can try to make these things happen. Next weekend, Calgary Lawn is hosting the Bowls Alberta mixed pairs, and if we get some interest, we'll try to cover the finals of that one as well, weather permitting, of course. Greg Wilson giving us a little wave over on the sidelines there. He's happy for his win. We're just watching the game. This, Pat Bird is just confirming if it's 18-14. He just wants to make sure they're just. Confirming the score that it's 18-14 for John MacDonald right now. John's 3 points away from winning the gold here. But those last 3 points can sometimes be the hardest ones to get. John's delivered a nice bowl here as a starting one, just a little bit beyond 4.5 feet. Pat's coming in on the other hand. Drawing in. Yeah, he's about jack high. Just in front of the jack. John lays down his next bowl. His weight's good here. He's coming in. Just a little short, but that's... Oh, it flopped away. It might not be shot. It's close. It's a measure. Pat Bird's next bowl coming in. It's right on line. Does he take the jack? Oh, it just cuts across. Wind is a bit of a crosswind right now, coming from right to left. All their bowls are on the left side of the center line right now. John's coming in. This looks a little bit light. Does this force Pat to kind of change his line? Is he going to change his hand, or he's thinking about this one? Thinking, rethinking. Yeah, he's changing hands, coming the other way. No. No, he rethought that. Coming in on the original plan with some energy here. Let's see if it changes things. He's trying to go. Makes contact with Johns. Becomes a toucher and gets to the center line, as he calls out. He made it to the center line. Great shot by Pat. Pat may be sitting 3 here. It's hard to tell. John's got his last bowl here, trying to change it up. He's trying to find the hole. Oh, he pushed Pat's. May have pushed one of them down and out. Pat should be holding 2 at least. Probably 2. Yeah, confirmed he's holding 2. He's got a free draw for 3, which would make it 18-17 if he can get that in there. Comes Pat's last bowl. If he can get it in there, it'll be 3. He's got, it might be just right. There he is. He's in the count. Well done. 3 times. Crowd likes that one. Pat says this is the first time he's had the mat in this direction since the 4th end. He's hoping it'll bring him good luck. So with 3 points, that's 18-17 for John MacDonald now. So if you like the coverage of this video and the commentary, we hope you send us a positive comment at Calgary Lawn Bowling Club visit our website, calgarylawnbowlingclub.ca. Send us email, calgarylawnbowlingclub@gmail.com, and visit us on Facebook. Follow us on Facebook. We've got about 350 followers on it. We try to follow as many clubs across the country and around the world as we can. And you know, we look for interesting content, and let us know if you like this. We'll try to do this more often. Pat's delivered a nice bowl here. About 2 feet short. John's trying to beat that a little bit. He's going to be just a little bit short. Compliments to Peter Mock here today for working the camera and bringing this technology to us. It's not easy to kind of pull it all together, but he's made it work, and hopefully the batteries last for the last few ends. We're crossing our fingers. And thanks to my my drink runner, Kevin Childs, for helping me out, keeping me hydrated this afternoon. And again, if you didn't like the commentary, just contact Derek Dillon. Send all of your complaints to him. Topbowler69 at hotmail.com. He'd love your comments.
Oh, now get the message.
Oh. I think the top bowler just sent us an email just to let us know his displeasure with that comment, so.
Oh, no, it's okay. It's just the wife.
Oh, it's only the wife. It's okay.
You're going to be twice behind.
Pat's got his next bowl coming in here. Here's the
message from Derek.
He's got one sitting on the jack. He's got another nice one coming in, but oh, it just cuts inside. It might be holding 2.
You can't read that out.
No. Oh. Thanks for the positive comments there, Derek. We appreciate you paying attention. Derek, of course, being Team Alberta's head coach. Great shot. Oh,
he's all sitting on the team.
Okay, so this is going to change things. John threw in some weight there. He made contact with the head. The jack is now being repositioned, and Pat Bird's bowl is 3 inches in front of the jack now. That's the way these things go sometimes. They each have a bowl left. Pat delivers his. See if he can add to the count. He's calling for it to get out there. He's not necessarily liking the line. No, he made it around, just short. Okay, John's got to try to make a change here, otherwise it's going to be 18-18 at the end. John's delivered his last bowl. It's coming in. See if he can change it up a little bit here.
A bit of weight.
He's got the weight. Trying to get to it. Oh, it just comes up short. Just the one for Pat. That's going to make it 18-18. We got a barn burner here. Good game. As it should be for gold. These guys have been playing just great all weekend. These guys have been outstanding. So we've got Justin Dusablon kind of walking along the sidelines here. I'm going to see if I can wave him in. He's shaking hands with all of his buddies along the sidelines, or see if we can bring him over and have him give us some comments on his gameplay today. So coming over just to say, he's shaking some more hands, but Justin's making his way over to the microphone here, I hope. Here he comes. Justin, congratulations.
Thanks.
Good game today. You got a few comments on how you felt you played this weekend?
I played overall very well this weekend. I mean, the last game there, it's pretty good company to lose to, so I feel very good about it. Getting to the Final Four, I'm very happy with, and I mean, it's only been a year, so pretty happy with it.
Exactly. You should be very proud of the way you played, and you know you step up not only on a weekend like this, but during the regular play and throughout the season. I think you're such a great example for so many new bowlers coming to the sport. You're doing
Thanks.
a great job.
Thank you.
Doing a great job. Well done this weekend. We'll see you in many, many more of these competitions going
Well,
forward,
I
I'm
hope
sure.
so, yeah.
Yeah, your brother's been paying attention and sending out a lot of good positive
Yeah.
comments for you through the whole competition. So well done.
That's good.
Well done. Great play today.
Thank you.
All right, so we're back on rink 9 here now, and we've got Pat holding shot. The score here is tied 18-18. Pat's trying to deliver another one in the zone here. Coming in on the backhand. The wind is just changing all of a sudden, but it doesn't seem to be affecting him too much. He's going to lay up his other one. Draws it a little bit closer. He's about a foot in front of the jack. John's rethinking what his shot is going to be on this one. He didn't like the way the first one went. Kind of finished on the outside out there. He's going to stay with that same hand. Going to see if he's got a better line here. Bull's coming up. It's got good length. He's going to be awfully close on this.
Oh, yes.
Oh, what a beautiful bowl, John. Nicely done. Nicely done. Wipes the sweat off his brow after that one. That was a good shot. He's taking shot on that. See how Pat reacts to it. Pat's studying this pretty closely here. Bowl is down. He's got some weight on this one coming in, trying to change things up a little bit. He's calling for easy. He's holding. It's going to be a little stronger than he wanted, maybe. Yeah. He's still got one in reserve. He's coming down to the head just to double check things. Take another close look. Yeah. John just confirming that he's holding shot. Bowl is down. He's following it closely, walking downfield to see what he thinks. He's waving outside. He's hoping he has more grass. Comes in just inside. Oh, good. Good. Got some followers here with us today. We got about 20 people kind of watching right now. This is great. Thank you for joining us. You know, again, please send us feedback if you'd like to see us doing this more often. Again, compliments to Peter Mock. You know, send us an email at Calgary Lawn Bowling Club at gmail.com. We're going to be covering, if you like, the mixed pairs, Bowls Alberta mixed pairs next weekend. You know, I think the weather is going to be great for them. I appreciate you dialing in and helping promote the sport of bowls. Pat's delivered his last bowl here. Oh, slides right through. John's holding one with a shot to go. Chance to draw two to make it 2018.
Oh, he moved it, yeah. That will be finish the game.
He's looking at it closely and he's thinking if he moves that jack away from Pat Bird, there could be three in it for him. He's visualizing his shot as he walks back. And a big shout out as well to Herman Cooper for being our draw master this weekend. It's an awful challenge when we have a singles competition with players finishing at different times and taking different durations. He's dedicated a lot of time to this event this weekend, and we thank him very, very much for all of his time. John delivering his last bowl here. Is he there? Is he there? Just short. He'll take the one. Okay. So, if the score is correct, we're sitting at 19-18 for John MacDonald. Let me buy you one. Okay. Same thing. Yeah. My hydrator is off to help me out again, just to make sure I stay hydrated through this final few ends. John's delivered a long jack, and it looks like it's going to stay on the surface, just barely. So it's going to be moved to the 2 meter mark, of course. John delivers his first bowl. That little bit of tailwind is pushing a little farther than he wanted, but he still finishes fine. He's probably about 4 feet behind the jack. Pat Bird's first bowl coming in here. He's watching it closely. He's just in front of the jack. Probably about 3 inches in front. See if you can get Greg to come over. He just went inside. We're going to see if we can get Greg Wilson over to the microphone here before our battery dies to get his comments about his play today and just the competition as a whole. See if we can get him on the mic. John delivers his next bowl. It's a little bit long again. Pat's coming in with the second bowl. I think he's coming in to match John here just to make sure. Got a good matching bowl back there. Yeah, he's got the line for sure. He's in a good spot. John is studying this closely. John's bowl is down. Looks like he's got good draw weight here if he's got enough grass. Trying to see if he can beat Pat's. Oh, it just comes up a little bit short and a little inside. So making his victory lap, coming towards the microphone is, thank you, sir. Oh, cheers. Is Greg Wilson. Greg's coming in to say hi, I think. If we can get him to stop at the microphone very briefly. Greg, congratulations. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Going to let you speak right in here. It's looking like we're kissing, but there we go.
Awesome.
So welcome and congratulations on your win.
Oh, thanks very much. It was a pretty tough game. The green wasn't very friendly, but yeah, just kind of squeaked her out at the end there, which is good.
Tough conditions today, with the gusty winds changing direction on you guys, and we've had so much moisture on the greens that they were wet to begin. They're drying out, and just a lot of things going on to adjust for.
Yeah, you bet. There's a few runs out there, especially when you're playing the full length jacker. Yeah. So yeah, he was having a good time finding it, and when I brought the mat up, I was just able to get a few more in than he was. So yeah, happy days.
Well, you got to be excited to be heading back to Burlington, your home club, and you're going to get quite a welcome when you get there, I'm sure.
Yeah, I imagine so. I played in Burlington for 15 years, so I wasn't letting anybody pass us in the pairs this year, and spent a lot of time in Kitchener as well, so I'm super excited to get back and play on the greens.
It's going to be fantastic. You know, Greg, you're just such a great ambassador for the sport, for our club, and such a great inspiration for so many of us new bowlers coming up. We're really proud to have you part of our club. And thank you for wearing our club shirt today, too. You look great in it.
You betcha. Thanks a lot for doing all that you guys are doing. We appreciate it.
Well, we're trying it. We're trying to get some feedback and see if we can do this more often. We're hosting the mixed pairs next weekend, and who knows, maybe we'll do this again. But Greg, thank you for making this such a great competition and for being such a great ambassador to the sport, for all of Canada, with you traveling internationally too.
Rock and roll.
Yeah, you're a great guy, and we love to have you here. And thanks for being part of our club.
Thank you.
All right.
Catch you later.
Take care. All right, some great words there from Greg Wilson. Just a great competitor. Just such a great guy to have as part of this. I wish I would have been able to play him this weekend. You know.
That could finish the game.
So we're looking at this final head here, and Pat is measuring to see if it's 3. If it is, that would be the game. Pat's looking awfully close, and he's got 1 bowl to go. He's wondering if he can declare and just call it quits. He's looking at this awfully close. He's walking back to the mat, so I think he's going to play this. You know, whoever wins this game, it was just a great level of competition. You know, these guys are such great examples for all of us who are coming up and learning this sport. You know, John's played just a great weekend. I have such a huge honor to be at the Nationals with him in August and be in his lead. And you know, he's just a great example of what it takes to be successful at this, as Pat Bird and Greg Wilson and all of the competitors this weekend. It's been such a great weekend. Here we go. This could be the final bowl. Greg is coming in, or Pat is coming in. Oh, what a great finish. Great finish. Draws it in. That looks like it's going to do it.
Yeah.
Pat Bird takes gold. John MacDonald silver. What a great competition, great match between 2 very strong competitors. Thank you everyone for joining us here today at Calgary Lawn and for the Bowls Alberta singles men's. Send us your feedback. Derek Dillon should receive all of your complaints about any of the commentary. And we look forward to doing this again. And please send us your feedback at Calgary Lawn Bowling Club at gmail.com. Congratulations to all the competitors, all the winners. We look forward to hosting this again next week at the Mixed Pairs. Thank you, everyone, for your time. Have a great day. Thank you, Peter Mock, for all of your camera work today. Cheers.
No problem. Bye.
There we go. Well done, Peter. That was fun.
Thank you.
Well done. Well
Let's
done.
finish it.
Thanks for making that happen. Oh, can we get Pat?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah, get
should I
down
get
here.
the ball?
Yeah.
So come on up, guys. We're very fortunate to have both John and Pat Bird, John MacDonald, Pat Bird here to come on in, guys. We want to get your comments and just tell us about the weekend and how this last game went.
John?
Weekend was great. It was weather was a bit iffy on Friday and Saturday, but today it's been great, and great people, good games, and yeah, lots of good competitors.
Well,
fun
awesome.
to play with.
Yeah, for sure. We had a lot of rain on, early in the week, especially Saturday morning was pretty wet. But these greens drain so good. It's Ken Olsvik and his staff do an amazing job here. And although the greens weren't blasting along at 17 or anything like that, like they can, they were still, great to play on, as you could see.
Oh, excellent, excellent. John, I want you to defend that shirt that you're wearing. Pat Bird says there's a story behind it because we need to see more color. You were wearing some great club shirts on Friday and Saturday. Tell us the story about the shirt you're wearing today.
One of our Pat and I's paired shirts from last year that we picked out and got gold in. So
That's fantastic.
Yeah, carries some sentimental value.
Yeah, that's
Fantastic.
right.
I was a little upset seeing him in it this today, actually.
I bet. I thought it was so fitting for the two of you winning gold at pairs at Nationals last year to see you both be able to play together as such great competitors. You guys put on a great show. It was an excellent competition.
It's a fun game.
Thanks very much.
Well
Thanks for the coverage. That's great.
Yeah,
we
thanks.
love it. We hope to do it again for the mixed pairs, and good luck at Nationals. You guys are going to do outstanding.
Awesome. Thanks very much.
All right, guys. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Cheers. Go in and get your medals.
Okay.
There we go. That will conclude that.
Well done, Peter. You did such a great